on divorce court today. Their romance led to a holiday proposal, but Margaret says that as soon as she was engaged to Damon, he started to cheat. She claims to have caught him red-handed 3 times, but James always has an excuse and explains that he's just a friendly guy. Margaret Wilson and Damon Cook have brought their dispute for Judge Lynn Toller to resolve. Testimony in divorce court starts now.
Ms. Wilson, Mr. Cook, this is a bit of a hybrid proceeding here today. Ms. Wilson, you want this man, you've been living together for 2.5 years, you want him out of your house and you want him to pay $2,665 in utility bills. You, however, still want her to marry you, and you're trying to decide whether you can get that together so you can stay in the house. So I'm gonna talk to you. I've given you a compatibility test. We're gonna talk about the nature of the relationship, whether or not there's a way to make it work, or if not, get her what she needs and you find somewhere else to go. So Ms. Wilson, I'm gonna start with you. Why don't you say you're not sure that you can trust him because he's cheated on you so often?
Yes. We've been together for 4 years, and once he proposed to me in 2013, that's when his cheating began. I have caught him 3 times cheating on me. First time, he was walking into a young lady's home, hugging and kissing on her at the door. The second time is when I seen him and another young lady at a restaurant inside of the car that I bought. The third time was at a movie theater. I was coming out the movie theater. He was going in. He acted like he wasn't with her and moved his hand from around her.
Hang on. Mr. Cook, she has 3 very specific instances, not messages, not phone, she saw you with other women. Can you explain any or all of those 3 sightings?
Well, the one with the movies is my friend, it was a friend from school that I gave her a hug that her family members saw giving me a hug to. That incident was that I just gave her a hug because that's who I know.
Hey.
The next incident was, far as the car incident, that was another friend that I just knew from school.
You're just a friendly dude. That's all. That's what that is.
I am friendly, Your Honor. I am friendly.
Her contention is, however, Mr. Cook, that when she saw you or when they see you, you kind of scamper off like there's some, not that you're scampering size, but you leave, you extricate yourself from the situation instead of saying, oh, hey, this is Barbara, my friend from school.
No, that's not true, Your Honor. I don't run away because, like, when she saw me,
you introduced me to none of the
Mrs.
females.
Wilson, I got this handled.
When she saw me, it's not like I ran or like tried to hide or anything. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't introduce her at the proper time.
See, but that's just, there's something wrong with that. There's something very, very wrong with that. You with a woman, I mean, this is your lady. This is the woman you about to marry. You're with another woman doing whatever. She doesn't know this woman and you don't introduce her. That's wrong.
I understand, but when I first met her, she didn't introduce me to none of her male friends, so.
You never called
This
me
is
with
2.5 years and an engagement in. You are in a situation where you're with another woman and you don't introduce. There is a problem there. Do we understand one another?
Yes.
And I think you're running around. Just so you know, I think you're running around. Have you caught him doing anything else, or what other concerns do you have with respect to his cheating?
Yes, nude pictures on his cell phone. And when I found the nude pictures on his cell phone, I brought it to his attention. He said his friend had his phone, male friend had his phone, and was texting a young lady, and she was sending these pictures. And then after that, Your Honor, he ended up putting a lock on his phone.
Okay. Mr. Cook, your response.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
That's not true.
Well, tell me what happened.
My friends, my homeboys.
You need to get a new set of friends.
Hang on.
There was some girls that they had took pictures of, and they sent me the pictures, and I screenshotted them on my phone to keep them on my phone.
Meaning saving.
Why?
Because I mean that's what we do. We just keep the pictures on our phone. You know, they screenshot them, and we keep them on the phone.
You know what I got to tell you, Mr. Cook, and I understand that this is a whole new generation, and I'm old, and and I'm old school, and I'm running around, fully clothed and everything.
Right.
But look at it this way. Some guy's in a sexual relationship with somebody. He takes a picture and sends it out to his friends. How disrespectful is that to the girl? I mean, you're treating her like a piece of meat, like she's a trick or something, and that she doesn't, she's decided to be intimate with somebody, and now she's just a screenshot on you should feel.
I mean, I don't know her.
So why would you save it on your phone?
Do you have any daughters?
Yes.
Don't everybody know your daughter? Do you want your daughter's, business and coochie all out just because she picked one guy?
No.
Do you want that for her?
No.
What kind of dignity does that give people? You can't claim to be a man and to be dignified and all that and just and treat people like meat. Treat women like meat. Do you understand what that is?
Yes.
You shouldn't want that kind of communication. You certainly shouldn't keep it on the phone. And you should tell your boys, yo, man, that's not right. Don't everybody be a lowest common denominator. Somebody's got to stand up and have some dignity. I mean, do you think that little of us?
No, I don't. I don't because I don't do it.
Next, did a family tragedy bind this couple together? And are Damon's mind games tearing them apart? Have you been living together for years but find that splitting up is as complicated as divorce? Call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt. Real people, real conflict, real judgments. Divorce Court continues.
Ms. Wilson, you think that some of the problems between you and Mr. Cook are a function of that 9-year age difference. Why don't you tell me how old you are, how old he is, and how you think that's impacting your relationship?
I'm 25, he's 38.
Uh-huh.
And the impact, like the mind control games he play, like the cheating, he'll feel like, oh, you young, because it happened to you in your past or whatever. I'm not the type of man to do that to you. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, Damon, yes, you do. I see you with my own eyes that you cheat on me. My eyes ain't gonna lie, my age ain't got nothing to do with it.
You can see.
Right. So he feel like I'm acting young when I say he's cheating. I'm acting young when I go on social media and see him having sexual contact. I'm acting young when I confront him about it.
Do you believe she's a little immature? And if so, tell me in what ways?
No, I don't think. I think she's well above average age.
Uh-huh.
That's the reason why I picked her to be in my life. But sometimes I just feel like she just accused me for a lot of things that I don't do.
You don't see that any of your behaviors, even though you can explain them away, are suspect, even if you're not doing anything wrong. Don't you see how that feeds her jealousy? Because you do behave inappropriately with respect to women, even if you're only doing what you say you're doing.
Yes.
See what I'm saying?
Yes.
You're responsible for how you make your woman feel about you if you're doing things that are just not quite cool. I can't imagine a time when I would be with a guy that my husband doesn't know, look up, see him, and not speak.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I'd be standing there, he'd be standing here, and somebody would be dividing our house. So that's just not cool. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay. You say that Ms. Wilson has done a great deal to support you when your mom passed away.
Correct.
Why did you move in with her in the beginning? You were dating for 4 years. 2.5 years in, you moved in. Why is that? Because that was at the time your mother passed away, correct?
Correct.
Tell me how those two things happened simultaneously.
My mom passed away, and I was kind of feeling down and out. I met Miss Wilson. We started talking, and we started engaging. You know, I started telling her about how I felt and everything, and she took me under her wing, and we dated. We stayed together She loved me for just who I was. She helped me out in certain situations where I didn't have anything. And all that came about, and then I asked her, could I move in with her so I can get myself together and get my life back on track, because losing my mom was a very, very hard time in my life where I had to, you know, I didn't have no other family to look at it, and she was like family to me.
Were you
just
still
her.
living with your mother when she passed away, or had you moved on?
I had moved on.
You had moved out.
But I had to come. I had came back home to, you know, I had to come back home and bury her and everything. So,
Right. Do you think that, and this is not a criticism at all, I think it's something that happens to a lot of people. Do you think that you committed to or engaged in a relationship as a response to loss, as opposed to a well thought out decision that this individual is somebody I would like to spend my life with?
No,
Do you hear
actually,
me? You
yeah,
understand what I'm
I
saying?
understand
It's
what
not
you're
a
saying.
criticism, because it happens a lot.
I really love her.
When divorce court continues, was an engagement ring the free pass Damon used to chase other women?
Do you think Damon can change his ways and win Margaret's trust back? Call 1-800-282-1991 to vote now and see if America agrees with your opinion. You'll also receive some valuable offers. Call now, 1-800-282-1991.
If you would like your case heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and join the conversation on Twitter at Divorce Court. Divorce Court continues.
Tell me why you decided to get married and what happened when you got engaged.
When I got engaged, it was a happy moment. It
Right.
was Christmas Eve. I accepted the engagement. But after that, that's when the cheating started. So I'm iffy about if I really want to spend my life with a man that I see with my own eyes cheating on me.
Yeah. Why do you think that the engagement precipitated the cheating?
It was like at free will. He was in my home. He felt like, okay, I got her. It's trust.
She's sold
She's
out.
sold
She's
in,
locked
right.
down.
So if I can go out, it's cool because I'm coming back home. And like I say, that's when it started. Like his demeanor, first of all, was letting me know that he's cheating.
What changed with respect to his demeanor?
Like Damon used to open up the doors, hold me, kiss me, hold on to me, hold my hand, all that. And it just started changing. And then like our attitudes had started changing as well. He'd pick a fight just to leave.
Mr. Cook, were you somewhat less romantic? But like, look, I got her on lockdown. She's got a ring on her finger. I can be less romantic. I can do as I please because I've got this situation handled.
No, I was very romantic, and I bought her things, and like she'll go to work and I'll buy her like a gift, you know, coming home. When she come home, she'll see the gift laying out on the bed. Sure. I did a lot of things. It wasn't that I wasn't romantic with her. I mean, like I said, I wasn't really a cheating type person. I just had a lot of friends that...
She seems to think, however, that things changed between you after the engagement. Did you perceive any change in your relationship, either caused by her or you?
No, I didn't change. I believe she changed, though.
How did she change?
I think just because she just didn't trust me. So her
was
attitude...
this new? The lack of trust new?
I wouldn't say it wasn't... I wouldn't say it was new, but it was like a difference. She really changed on me, and it made me change. Because she would do, you know, she would stop cooking. You know, she would come home and she would say, I don't feel like cooking, or I don't feel like doing this, or I don't want to go nowhere, I'm bored, this and that.
I got you. Now, Mr. Cook, let's be honest. You said in your compatibility test that she needs to go to anger management.
Yeah, she does.
So obviously things are a little more fireworks and lightning than we're talking about here. You're being very gentle with it.
Yeah,
How bad does it get?
It don't get bad. She just yells a lot. It's like she reminds me of my mom when she yelled. Like when my mom would tell me to go clean my room or something. That's how her voice would, and I can just see my mom in her like, go do this, go do that. that's the anger management. I'll be like, calm down. It's not. I'm grown. I'm a grown man. You don't have to yell at me. I understand. You know what I'm saying? What you're saying.
Ms. Wilson, would you like to address that?
I sure do. Okay, he said I got anger. Wanna know why? Because I see you cheat on me, Damon. Like, you act like I don't see you cheating on me. And like she said, when you around females, you should introduce me as your fiance. You telling the female that I seen you with inside my car that you're not even engaged to nobody. So when you want me to get angry and all that, that kind of stuff makes me angry. And if you feel like I am being your mother, it's because the stuff that you're doing.
Judge Lynn Toller's ruling next.
It's time for you to call 1-800-282-1991 to answer today's question. You'll receive some valuable offers. Call now.
Divorce Court. Judge Lynn Toller's ruling right now.
In your petition, you say you want him out and you want half of the utility bills.
Correct.
And I want to know, is that really what you want, or you just want him to straighten up so you can keep him?
It's kind of like both. Like,
does he contribute actively, economically to the household?
The 5 first months, no.
The 5 first months?
Yes.
But he's been doing so ever since?
Ever since, yes.
And how long has he been doing so?
About the last 6 months.
Okay. Now, Mr. Cook, do you believe that you have some financial obligation to reimburse her for the costs of your care and comfort for the first 5 months you lived there?
Yes, I understand that. Yes, I do. Because like I said, I didn't have a job, and you know what I'm saying, she took me under her wing, and she helped me out and everything. So yes, I understand that the first 5, but
you want to actually get married?
yes.
Okay. Now, you got to beg a little, Mr. Cook.
I beg all the time.
Well, you're going to beg now, too. Okay, I'm going to give you 90 seconds, and I want you to give her the best sales job on why being your wife will make her happy and fulfilled, what your love is, and what you're going to do.
Margaret Wilson, I love you with all my heart. And with that being said, that I promise that I will take care of you for the rest of my life, and that I will take care of the house like it's supposed to be taken care of as a man. And I just want to let you know that I'm sorry for everything I've done to you, and it won't happen again.
What? That was wonderful. That was absolutely wonderful. Now, what won't happen again?
All the allegations that she says she has on me.
Okay, so you know how to treat women now a little more, and you know how to treat her.
Yes.
Correct?
Yeah.
I think you're doing more than you're copping to, and I'm going to tell you this, Mr. Cook, you got a good woman here who loves you. She took care of you when you were down and out, and now she wants the best of you. Whatever you were doing, you need to stop it, because it's not fair, it's not right, it's not cool. I think he's a keeper, but don't let him talk you out. Don't, it wasn't me. That's yes. Don't believe it. Yes. It was you. And right. Don't come screaming, come correct. I didn't like this. It was indicative of this. I see this on here. I don't like that. I will not be treated that way. If you're unable to maintain these rules, then you got to go.
That's right.
But be calm and be cool, because he's going to tag you with hysterical woman, and it'll be all about your response and not about the behavior that elicited that response, okay?
Okay.
I am not going to give you this money, because what you had done in the beginning was you opened your home to him.
Correct.
And you brought him in here and you cared for him, and he stepped up and began paying when he was able to do so. So that kind of kindness and care, even though morally he said he wanted to pay you back, which I thought was wonderful, he has no legal obligation to do so, and I'm not going to require that. And I think you guys should stay together. But you got to remember that women are people. You with me, Mr. Cook?
Yes.
I think you got good husband potential. I really do. But you got to, a man will never respect a line that you failed to draw. You got to draw your line and make him respect it. This matter is adjourned.
Damon agrees with the judge that his attitude needs to change, and Margaret vows to be more specific about what she wants from their relationship. Post a comment or submit your case at divorcecourt.com or call toll-free 1-877-311-2222. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Divorce Court.